Nithyanandam, with gratitude to my Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda Swami, or Swamiji, I welcome you to this video, where I open up about what I was interested in before sannyas, in hopes to maybe relate to people who are thinking about the path of sannyas. Now, before I was a sannyasi, I think I've mentioned in previous videos, I used to live and work in New York City. But most of my young adult life, prior to sannyas, taking sannyas, or meeting Swamiji, I should say, I was very much interested in going to clubs and dancing. I can say dancing for sure was my passion in life. In particular, hip-hop dancing. I grew up taking dance classes, whether it's jazz or ballet, in the US. And I wish I took Bharatanatyam and whatnot as a young girl. And then as I grew up, with friends would go to clubs and dance at the clubs, which was fun. Now, after meeting Swamiji, actually not even after meeting, after joining the Adinam, obviously all of this stops. And I don't do any of those kinds of things. We may have programs where during the part there's some kirtans going on and there'll be dancing. So dancing is always a component. It's part of Hinduism. It's a part of celebration of life. But I remember when I was talking to one of my Purvashram friends at the time, and people afterwards who asked me, don't you miss dancing? Because they know that that was something that, I was very much into. And I'll give you something like an example of how I understood this. Maybe like 3 years into being an Adinavasi, or after taking sannyas, I realized I don't listen to music, which was shocking for me because I used to have my headphones, the Nano, whatever that was there at the time, walking around New York City would have that plugged in, or just music was always a part of my life. Obviously going to dance classes, listening to it, buying, downloading, however you could acquire music, I was doing that, and I was up to date on things. And it just dawned on me that I'm not even listening to any music. Not that we're not allowed to listen to music, but I never actively would look up music or play music when I was working or any time during the day, except maybe when I was driving, I'd turn on the radio if there was some long drive. But that was it. And then I understood. See, the answer to the question is, isn't that boring? You don't do what you love anymore. No, actually, what I thought I loved, what I thought was the ultimate in my life, I was shown something much more than that, where even that became redundant, where even that became not useful for me anymore. It's not that joy or happiness left me, that the joy or happiness or the excitement I get from listening to a song I like, or dancing, hip-hop or whatnot, it's not like the joy that came from that left. That joy became something more profound. It was a joy, but not a fleeting joy. It was more like just a restfulness inside of me and being happy without cause. So I almost feel like even before I took Inner Awakening, even probably after my first program with Swamiji, I feel like he dropped a fulfillment bomb inside of me. Like, I didn't know how powerful the transformation was, or how deep what happened to me in that just very first workshop was. But there was such huge changes inside of me, this being one of them. I'll share more in other videos. But so to answer the question, because I think many times people feel like a sannyasi is probably someone who's boring, or they're suppressing, or they're not getting to enjoy life, like everything that's out there they're not doing, which is nothing further from the truth. We actually found something much more joyful, much more blissful, much more finding gives us peace much more profound and enriching for us than anything else in our life before. That is why we took the jump. So basically, whatever I thought I loved in life just became redundant because I found something much more fulfilling than whatever it was before. So don't feel sad for any sannyasi who's quote unquote given up the outside world. Understand they've actually done the cosmic bait and switch. They got so much in return, and they're not even sure how to show their gratitude for how much they got in return for the decision for sannyas. So if you have any idea that you'll be giving up some passion or whatever, you should look into that passion, look into why you feel like that, and understand what is in store for you for sannyas. Understand the beautiful things waiting for you, the beautiful life and lifestyle that is awaiting a sannyasi of the Nithyananda Sampradaya. So I can only owe this experience to Swamiji. I hope I'm able to convey it because I feel it's something that hit me at the core, and I only realized it over time. So thank you so much for allowing me to share. And if you have any questions about the experience or you want a taste of it, if you're interested in sannyas, please message me. We are taking new applicants for sannyas, and we'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much, and Nithyanandam.